Hello there, Libra, and welcome. Now, this will only find the ones it's meant to. If you're here, it's because Spirit has already been speaking to you. This is simply your confirmation. And at the end of the reading, I have another channel message to leave you with. Now, let's begin, Libra, and find out what messages are for you. And this is for Libra in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's find out, Libra. Your trust is actually your strength, Libra. And because you have done such a wonderful job, actually, to continue doing things to solidify your trust in the unseen, you are about to hop onto a new opportunity. There may be a new experience with someone, so just take that if it resonates, but you are being available now because of the trust that you have been working so diligently at. And when I say diligently, I just mean that, Spirit has witnessed that you've been committed to studying your faith. Now, what arrives will make your heart sing, your heart and your soul to sing with joy. So this will be something maybe out of the ordinary for you, right? This is not your normal thing for you. And this is what's going to catch that excitement. So pay attention to what's exciting you from this moment moving forward, because that's leading you up to this new direction in life that you weren't expecting. But I will tell you, you're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, so I get some earth sign and fire sign coming through. Let's see. Now, take this if it resonates to Libra. You might be or have had to work on your trust in your own pursuits, the things that maybe, with time and seasons of life, maybe there was something that you once felt passionate about. And maybe because of circumstances or just learning one's own balance, you could be in a place of reigniting a passion that is meant to stay with you for the long term. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know, Libra. Ooh, I love it. I love it. This is more of your high priestess energy, whether you're male or female. You're believing and trusting beyond the circumstances, beyond what the eyes are seeing. So the more that you maybe keep some things to yourself or just be patient, it will accelerate what is already making itself known to you, because you will know without a doubt that this is for you. It's like custom tailored opportunity from the heavens to you, because you've been marked here with that bow. And so now you're just having to have faith during the waiting room period. Okay, so think of this as you being in the waiting room period, but you get to do what you want. You don't have to be bored. Now, I feel, Libra, there may be someone or people or maybe oneself, you might catch yourself tempted maybe to leak out some new information or some new visions or dreams or something. And I would just say maybe just keep it to yourself, because you will be able to talk about this. But the difference will be you'll have the proof, the tangible proof to back it up. So take that if it resonates. I do sense Pisces coming through. Yeah, you might need to pay attention to what may be trying to distract you. Libra, you've done a darn good job getting to a place of winning over your fear. And in fact, Your intuition is overpowering your fear. Your intuition is most likely overpowering your logic and reasoning at this time, which isn't not a bad thing. Okay, so don't be scared about that. What I mean is that you're just trusting your intuition more right now. Oh, look at that. It just went dead silence. Okay, well, we got something else that wants to come out. Let's see. Oh, you're right where spirit needs you to be, Libra. Redirect your attention to what's still in harmony. This is your secret weapon. This is all spirit is saying to do. Rely on what's still in harmony, and harmony makes itself available for you. You're right where spirit needs you to be. Look at that. Told you, you were marked here. Okay, one of these. Okay, take your pick. I was just seeing that red ribbon, which is solidifying that a divine spirit resides in this vessel, which is you. You were custom made. Think of it that way, Libra. You're custom made, okay? Yes, each soul is custom made, but let's talk about something more divine and sacred. Something where you're custom made, but you get to be a witness to realizing that you've been custom made, and the things and opportunities that are coming to you are custom made, tailored to you. Remain patient and silence. And the thing that I'm getting to about the silence is sometimes out of habit, and I do this too, right? At times where you speak things and you're just kind of go, oh my, you speak things into existence. And sometimes we could be speaking things we don't want to speak, or we have to silence the internal dialogue, right? But again, you have been winning that battle of you're overriding the fear. You're overriding even a sense of feeling you've been in survival mode or desperation in a sense. And to whatever degree it is, it doesn't matter. But things will soon take a positive turn. You know, even during the challenging times, it's always nice to know that for some reason, Spirit has you right where Spirit wants you. Now, I feel there's, okay, yes, there's going to be more with this. You're right where Spirit needs you to be, Libra. Redirect your attention to what's still in harmony, because this is what came out specifically, and this is what Spirit wanted me to show you. That the energy is actually working for you, not against you. It's just what we have to realize. And sometimes it can be hard. My goodness, it can be hard to trust in the unseen. I know. But when we start to feel like we're resisting something, that's when we start to feel struggle. So there's, again, a new unexpected opening here, doorway, opportunity. But this brings growth with it. So this isn't something that's going to just be like, oh, a one time, oh, fun, and then it dies out. This is something that can be lasting. I feel like Eight of Swords is going on here because I'm feeling a loop. And that's the thing that I feel that you're realizing is you're witnessing the loop, right? The getting hung up into, a way of seeing or thinking and feeling, which couldn't, if it goes in the negative, then we start to, there's something that's shifting with that. It's not having such a strong hold over you. So you've come out of that karmic loop of thinking, behaving, or believing, whatever, right? And some of you've come out of a karmic loop that was weaved around you by others. Very distracting. But at the same time, it's also an experience you needed to experience to know how you operate versus how others operate. There's something about smoke. There's something about, and I'm not talking about smoking, but there's something about smoke. What's that saying? Smoke and mirrors or something like that? I don't know. Something like that where it's, smoke and watch, that could be a performance of some type. So, okay, so the smoke is kind of giving me this energy of like, wait till the smoke clears or the fog clears, right? Because right now, what's testing you is not being able to have all the answers, you know? But what's developing is worth waiting for. Spirit knows you've been waiting. I told you, in this waiting room. Divine timing is at work in your love life. But in that waiting room, there's something else going on. There's something that wants to get your attention. And perhaps it has, or it will soon, because it wants to play with you. This is some type of life force energy wanting to play and dance with you while you wait. And that's when things become timeless, where you don't even feel like you were waiting because you were being carried right into it because you didn't resist something. So make that effort. Oh yeah, we might be in this place where we just have to align with more of a lighter, lighthearted, carefree energy, regardless of, what happened yesterday or today. Libra, Libra, Libra. Okay, now, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Patience and silence are your allies right now. So let's get a little bit more about make that effort for you and see what else comes out. And there is some messages here I have for you. There is a message that Spirit says that either it was a relationship with business or work or someone. That relationship that left taught you self-equilibrium. And that's a treasure that's in the unseen. Make the effort. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Look at that. You're right where Spirit needs you to be. Some of you, obviously, if you've got some kind of, maybe challenge in a partnership with someone or people that are very meaningful for you, obviously, we got to make the effort to forgive, to let go, to hit the reset button. But a lot of you, Libra, you might be in this place where you do have to wait for something here when it comes to the right soul companion. Spirit is, again, this is something that Spirit has control over because you released it to Spirit. So Spirit's doing Spirit's job by allowing you to be in a place of ease. So work on your partnership. Give your relationship a chance. Give yourself a chance. The relationship with you, with Spirit. People that are in your life right now. Trust, right? Because look at these angel wings. They're hugging you. Let's get a little bit more about that. It's a little bit of a cute energy. It's like getting out of the blue here. This challenge is no match for your soul's alignment. Ooh. And what was that message about? You're right where Spirit needs you to be. Okay. We got to watch out for something. Yeah, well, this is normal. Okay, it's just normal. Be aware the situation is turning toxic. Let's get a little bit more. Because you might not be feeling, I know you're feeling a little bit challenged here, but it's not really getting you to your core, okay? Because your core is absolutely stronger than any challenge or anything that has been misaligned or out of alignment. Watch out for toxic people. What was that message I was getting earlier? Smoke. Because I saw smoke. Um, what could be turning toxic? You know, we have to tend to your mind too, Libra. Your mind is a beautiful garden, and the more that we realize how beautiful our mind is, the more that we can tend to it in a way that's soft, gentle, nurturing. But also we gotta pay attention to something or someone. Okay, be aware the situation is turning toxic. Yeah, keep walking your path toward the soul's true reward. Some of you, just take it if it resonates. I wonder if there's somebody that has a hard time letting you go, and you might be questioning that. I mean, think about that though. If you're questioning it, well, there's a reason why. You're moving towards your soul's true reward. This challenge is no match for your soul's alignment, but I know you're feeling challenged by that, just by the way it came out. It has been really hard. You have been, you know what? This is the thing though. This is what I have to tell you, that where you did not give up, a lot of people would have given up. This is what gets me too. I mean, it makes me sad when others give up, but don't give up, Libra. Don't give up in believing that you are on a course correction and spirit is steering now, which means you can relax. And the way that you want to help spirit is by making an effort to get out of disappointment or the blues or negative thinking and stinking or stinky people, negative people, whatever you got to do what makes you either at peace, calm, joyful, right? Because spirit is saying that you are coming back and returning to a place where peace will be your normal. It will just be a normal, ordinary thing for you because you've achieved it. It didn't come without its own challenges. You've arrived right on time here. There may have been a challenge that, yeah, may have caused disruption or a sense of maybe a little detour. Your tears have been enough. Peace is returning to you because you're reclaiming your center. Oh, yes, baby. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Okay, yeah, Libra. Okay, this is the point in time births both legacy and destiny. My goodness, because the energy is working for you, not against you. It's making you into the it's not about perfection, but it's making you into more of who you were meant to become. And you're grounding a new legacy. Remember, I talk about this passion card as a doorway or something that grows with you. This is a card of fertility. And that fertility carries not just spiritually, but tangibly too. So you've actually, and then what was I talking about? That karmic loop that you got out of? Well, that's the point that you birth both legacy and destiny. Oh, but we got to be, okay, so you got to remain discerning for temptation. Temptation is trying to seek and distract you. It's not the other way around because remember, oh my God, Libra, because you figured it out. You got out of that trap or that loop, or you're figuring it out. And once you figure it out, that energy doesn't like it, whether it's conscious of that or not. It doesn't like it. It goes through a period of its own desperation, trying to lure you back. Oh my goodness, remember? That smoke and mirrors. And the power that you have really is in a place of it's not that you're being silent because you don't have nothing to say. You're being silent to maintain a sense of neutrality. So this energy starts to absolutely dissolve and dissipate. And you're doing this silently. Every time you redirect your attention, it's those small things in the mind that really adds up to your life. I get this weird like message about you. I feel that you're okay. I don't know why I'm getting this message. Life programmer. I don't even know what the hell that means. But what I'm kind of getting is, it's like you not only are you detecting, it's like you a life detector. Life, Life, and maybe a lie detector too. Human lie detector. Because I see you in your King or Queen of Swords, which is someone who really can see through illusions or BS because of experience. Anyhow, that life programmer. I feel like your purpose is helping others decode and figure out their own programs in life. Okay. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know, Libra. You've got out. Okay, so Libra, you energetically wiped out an old karmic loop, and I want you to think of that figure 8. So it could go both ways. It could get us locked into the loop, or it can be infinite. It depends on how we're riding that loop. Is riding the loop feeling like a struggle and a headache and disappointment? That's where we change the perception about that. We change it, or we try to focus on whatever we can, or implement some type of like new routine or habit. Create rhythm where the gaps live, because the unseen realm is shifting things in your favor. Remember, Spirit says that Spirit is steering now. Spirit is correcting things for you on your behalf. So all you got to do is, for example, I'm just saying, for example, I'm not saying that you're doing this, but, humans, we do this. Let's just say, for example, we're still hung up on something and we're still trying to figure something out. We're going back and forth, back and forth. And so we sit there for about a half hour and we're looking at something online, or maybe then a half hour turns into an hour, and then it turns into an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. That's stagnation. And the problem is that your soul has already been seeded with a new seed. So stagnating will cause your seed inside of you and the soil of your soul to not be viable in a sense here. It's like blowing smoke on the seed, and the smoke is not allowing the sun to shine through. But you're mastering this. This is what you've mastered. You're quite aware of what's toxic and who is toxic and who and what aligns with karmic loops. Things that are on replay. Repeat, I mean. Yeah, same thing, right? Replay, repeat. And as humans, I know sometimes we want things to stay the same. But the thing is nothing ever stays the same. So if we're just able to ride the currents of life and trust with every fiber of our being, I guarantee you, no matter what, Libra, you're always going to be proved that you are divinely protected. Invite the angels to quiet your mind and protect your peace, because precious one, your time holds power. Just, take a moment and give yourself that breathing room too. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to think about things, but it does mean that you can give yourself breathing room, because what you're trying to figure out now, it will distract you too. Because right now, the only way that you're going to be able to trust more is to pay attention to the spark within you. What is driving you? What's your instincts saying? And the angels want to help clear out that karmic loop that might be replaying in the mind. That's why, I was getting this. This is like so Eight of Swords energy here. But you're just going back and forth because you're questioning whether or not you've solidified some type of legacy. You have, and you're not going through life, Libra. Let me tell you, you're not going through life on default mode. You're going through life in active mode, proactive creation mode, not default. Not, oh, I'm just going to sit here and just see what life throws at me. That's not you. That's not you. Your light humbles without effort. Look at that. Sit. Reflect this light. Watch what happens when you sit and just hold light instead of feeling like you have to do something with it. You've already done enough with your light. Just sit with it and watch how it humbles others effortlessly. This isn't about ego and pride. This is about showing up and saying what you deserve and what you're worthy of, who and what you appreciate. You're also in the midst of teaching others how to respect you in a very silent, calm, confident way. Whatever happened to you, it changed the course of your destiny in a way where that temptation that tried to distract you, it really was the devil-like energy. And I'm not saying it's like devil, don't be scared of that. But when a soul is so aligned with the soul's true blossoming and destiny, there's envy from the dark forces. There's envy from dark energies. Okay? They know somehow you've moved on. But don't worry, this will not last, okay? But there is this thing, again, that you've already, you're so in tune and above it. It's not even funny. It's almost kind of interesting because I don't know if you feel like this, but it almost kind of gives me the vibe of like pisses you off or pisses me off too when people don't really, they think you're a fool or you can't see the BS, and that's why you just have to be silent. Anyhow, what else for Libra? Libra, my goodness. Okay. This one is coming out a little bit challenging. Your honest, oh yeah, your honesty, see? Your honesty is not being met with the same. There may have been a repeating energy. You might have, okay. You could have dealt with this in the past or dealing with it now, but it's almost like that again in that smoke and mirrors thing. It's almost like, oh, Libra's doing that. Okay, so let me go and change, and then I'm gonna come back and appear like this. It's not really genuine for, you know what I mean? So let's take this with a grain of salt, because you know you don't want to sit there and get mad and pissed off at somebody who can't just bring some type of true honesty, whether they're aware of it or not. But again, you sit with this, you're sitting in your king and queen swords and high priestess. There's nothing that's going to get by you. And this is what, oh man, this is the thing. You know what? Yeah, your energy intimidates others in a good way, actually. It makes them respond to something that they have to take accountability for. And if they do, great. If they don't, well, they get to go through another karmic loop of a lesson that, you know what, is very challenging again and again and again. They didn't learn the first time around. Sometimes they don't learn the second, right? The learning curve is just, wow, slow. But anyhow, the wait ripens into a blessing. This is what Spirit is teaching you, is that there's something far more sweeter, grander, greater when we have patience for the right ripening, the right fruits in life. Not the quick, fleeting, flashy, juiciest fruits. We're talking about skill, fruits that come from experience and skills, fruits that produce more. That's the legacy. You're learning how to preserve something, and you might not even realize that you're preserving something ancient and wise. You're preserving sweet success in a way that's actually a natural cycle and not going into the artificial cycle, because we are fighting against the artificial and natural cycles all at the same time right now. You get to take your pick. I always say, when things come too quickly, it leaves quickly. Oh my God. And this one wants to come out. Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Sacred one, you walk with divine protection always. Spirit has assigned guardian angels, spiritual allies to walk with you always. Look at that guard dog. Always. Sniffing things out. In fact, is your sense of smell getting stronger? That's not a coincidence. There's reasons why your physical senses are even enhancing, because you're sniffing things out. Again, because you're bringing back the natural way of things, not artificial. Now, can it coexist? Yes, because it does. Does it mean that we refuse it? No. It just means we have to be in tuned and aware of what we're working with. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Now you know, though, what kind of recipe works for you. This came out upside down again. Okay, the pain of change lives in our resistance to it. Someone may be resisting your change, Libra, and it's more than likely you're just picking up on that. I would say get rid of the guilt, worry, stress. Now, yes, some of you, we could be hung up on something that has been really difficult to let go. A relationship that was hard. Let's get more about the pain of change lives in our resistance to it. You're taking a stance is what you're doing, Libra. Yeah, protect your light, for envy may surround you. This is a change. See, it's hard to go through change. You know what's really interesting, Libra, is that I was able to go through a situation where I was able to see my life come into a full circle at this stage. And it was just interesting because it's like going, you know, when you don't have enough, life is hard. And then when you have too much, life is hard too. So it's like where you got to find that happy medium. Now, Libra, others may, you know, this is the thing too. Don't get disappointed because I would say that what's going on with you will reveal how people really are and how they're responding to you. If they can't handle your rising, if they can't handle what you bring energetically, because it's not about your appearance, it's about presence. If they can't handle it, let that be truth. That's the truth that they are resisting. You haven't resisted. You've done your transformation. Don't be bothered if they can't handle it. And I'm only saying that because it may even just get a little worse. Okay, just a little bit before it gets better. Emotions blur the path, anchor in reason. Something or someone may try to get you riled up, but also pay attention, right? Because we were talking about that fog. Let the fog clear. Let's get a little bit more about emotions here. I know it didn't work out the way that you wanted to, Libra, but Spirit is saying something went awry. Something happened, but it's not happening to make you break down. Ooh. So what will now come or even return to you will be in its truest form. You deserve love. You see, look at this. You know, we got to get back to a place of knowing what you deserve. Born of spirit, tried by fire, you endure. Raise your mindset and the rest will follow. See, really all you're doing is harnessing the divine magic within. You're working with karma and magic at the same time. Because remember, you got out of that karmic loop. And every time you're aware of a same pattern of something, when you're aware of it, just being aware of it, it starts to lose its power. And that's where you has solidified this point where you've birthed both legacy and destiny. Now you just, you rise with your light. The rest comes to you. Then you'll know exactly what to do with it. All right, that is it for those, Libra. Now, let's find out what your future self is doing, okay? What is Libra's future self doing? I was going to say something, but then I was like, no, I wish I would have. I don't know why, but I was like, the way that this is looking to me right here, I was like seeing like money. I don't know, $100 bills or something. I don't know. It's like the colors of that and then that. I don't know. But look at this. That's what it is. What your future self is doing. Maybe it's counting those $100 bills. I'm kidding. Counting not just money, right? Other things that are abundant, like time, like peace, having more than enough to eat and share, right? But keep it up. Abundance is responding to your vibration. I mean, we are talking about a legacy. Again, I just seen something about, and maybe that's what it is. You could have been so hung up about, you know, maybe money, time, constraints, but it's coming back in a new form because your vibration rose to the occasion. And so what you're doing in your future is you're keeping it up. You're keeping abundance up. It's responding to you. You are in a place of wise discernment. You now know the tricks and traps of life. You now are responding to deceptive energies in a way that has no power over you. You've been like marked with this good fortune. It's yours. Like you've already signed this. You've signed to this. And you continue to let the truth unfold for you. You continue to walk your purpose or walking purposefully and allow things to become crystal clear. That's true abundance right there. Knowing that no matter what happens, Spirit has always got backup plans upon backup plans upon backup plans if needed. If needed. Now, Libra, I'm going to leave this with you from Spirit. Balance is no longer something you chase. It is something that is finding you. A soul contract has completed. You are stepping into emotional neutrality, inner elegance, and effortless alignment. I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.